Hi guys, I decided to sneak outside and enjoy this gorgeous weather that we're having. So I'm coming at you for I think it's week 6 of our road trip with the Israelites through the desert. And so this week we are talking all about seeking wise counsel and how God has placed different people in our life. And so we are looking at Exodus 18 and this story about when Moses' father-in-law visits him. And I love this story. I don't know, it really impacted me this time around when I was reading it specifically, just the encouragement that Moses must have felt. I know you guys all feel in your life sometimes discouragement or overwhelmingness. Is that a word? But just when people speak truth into us and encourage, and I know from a ministry perspective, there's so many things that can maybe distract from the actual act of doing ministry. And so I just love this passage, and so I wanted to share a few things with you. So as Moses is doing his due diligence with his millions of people that he's leading because of God's calling, Jethro, his father-in-law, comes to tell him that he is doing a good job, but then he gives this advice as Moses is listening to the people and their challenges and such, and he says, "Why are you trying to do this all alone?" And Moses is like, "Well, listen, they have a problem and they're coming to talk to me." And Jethro says, "This is not good. You're going to wear yourself out and the people too. This job is too heavy a burden for you to handle all by yourself. Let me give you a word of advice, and may God be with you." And then he goes on to say, "Find some capable, honest men who fear God, and they will help you carry the load, making the task easier. If you follow this advice, and if God directs you to do so, then you will be able to endure the pressures, and all these people will go home in peace." And what I love about that is just such a beautiful picture of what the church is supposed to be. It's never us doing life alone. It's always working together and doing life with others. And so even in ministry, it gets muddy for me sometimes, because I know that I am blessed to get a paycheck from this place, but this Northridge building is not what it's about. It's about this. And so sometimes I struggle with asking for help because I feel like it's my responsibility to do things in our specific ministry. Sometimes it's easy for people to not want to dig in and make commitments because it's hard in our busy pace of life. But I think this is just a reminder that we're never meant to do this alone, and that ministry is a team effort. And I'm so grateful for our team, and I just think it's a great picture. Like, Brad has been called to be the leader of Northridge Church in representation of Christ's family, but he definitely cannot minister all these people alone. We have other pastors on our team, we have other leads, then we have like our Ridge Kids team, who cannot minister to the 1,000+ kids that come through these doors every weekend. And so then there's a team of leaders who get to be on the forefront with the kids every week, and how that's just a picture of exactly what Jethro was asking Moses to set up. So I just think it's a great reminder of why we do what we do. So as far as small groups go for the kids, this is what the finished product is going to look like. This is a blank piece of paper, the white one, and then each of these circles, if you can see, they're all separate, and so each child will get one of each of these, so there will be 5 circles total. And you'll review the story and talk about how we can help more people together, and just about how that goes moving forward. And then you're going to have them glue each of these circles onto their sheet, and so they'll stack them on top of each other, and then talk through, you can read this specifically in Exodus 18, and Jethro tells Moses exactly how to divide it up. Have some people reach this amount of people, some people this, and then when it gets to you, you can worry about what God has called you to. And so we're going to use this visual as you talk to the kids about how one person, how they can affect these amount of people that are right around them. But then those people can affect a whole nother group of people that are around them. And those people can affect all these people. And those people can affect all of these people. and how one person can affect 1,000, but 100 can affect 1,000, and how that math just makes sense when we look at it that way. So just about like who we're impacting and how it can work for God's glory. So that's what we're doing this week, and we're tying that all into seeking wise counsel. And for our road trip, we're ending up at our grandparents' house, because who better to invest in us is to seek counsel from them, people who have walked before us. And many of us are blessed with godly people in our lives who have walked this road before, and I know not everyone is, but or is blessed with that. But definitely looking for people like grandparents or people who have gone before us and can offer great advice, much like Jethro did for Moses. So I hope you get a chance to dig into this a little bit more and just be encouraged by it. And we'll be ready to share with the kids this weekend. A quick side note is that I will not be there this weekend. This is my last weekend away for quite some time, but I am trying to enjoy my family and the summer a little bit. This is our last baseball tournament, and we have not been to a tournament as a family yet. So we have been pulled in a million different directions. So we're going to sneak away for a couple days and enjoy that. So if you can be sure to be there and be ready, that is a huge blessing as we even prepare to meet the kids with where they're at. All right, take care and have a great week, and I will see you very soon.